Hi, I'm Jen Gaskin. Thank you for joining me as we continue to talk about nurturing hope in these uncertain times. We've been talking together about the 6 movements of the spine, 6 things we can engage in as a collective body of humanity to help further our ability to unify and form coordinated movements. Today I want to address the second of the 6 movements of the spine, the back bend. While in the forward fold, the body has the opportunity to draw inward and focus and calm the breathing. By contrast, the back bend displays a readiness to engage the entire body into an upward and outward looking posture. And while the forward fold is a relatively stable posture, safe for the body, difficult to injure oneself in, the back bend is, by contrast, a naturally much more unstable posture. It is not a posture that the body can easily maintain in extremity or for a long period of time. But in the human body, the spine is ready for this posture, even with its instability and risk. And as we, as a collective humanity, begin to swing out of this forward fold, out of this shutdown, I believe we can learn from the body's innate wisdom how to approach this upcoming time of greater spinal extension, of returning to a more open mode of living. We saw last time how the sacrum and the lumbar spine and the thoracic spine and the cervical spine are a series of opposing curvatures, and they are juxtaposed for the purpose of resilience and strength. Just as a spring has a much greater resilience than a straight piece of wire, so the spine draws great strength from its opposing curvatures that enable it to flex and absorb shock from various movements like running and jumping, hopping and diving. And as the spine swings into spinal extension, into the back bend, the sacrum and the thoracic spine hardly extend, and their architecture continues to be one of a forward-facing curvature. And the body utilizes this permanent forward-folding architecture of the sacrum and the thoracic spine as a safety mechanism to keep it from overbending the spine or jeopardizing the health of the entire skeletal structure. So we can expect, as we swing as a collective body of humanity into a more open mode of life, that certain populations are going to remain in a forward fold, wanting to uphold the restrictions for longer and to keep to a very conservative mode of life. But instead of seeing the continued forward fold in these several populations as a drawback and a point of division, we could choose to see it as a resource. Really, they are allowing the spinal extension in the lumbar and the cervical spine to happen in such a way that will minimize injury, to safeguard our entire collective humanity. So one of the ways that we can nurture long-term hope for unity is by developing a type of reverence for the inherent oppositional design of the body that offers its strength and resilience. And this is my point today. I believe that we are coming to the place of being able to develop our thought life about unity so that we see it as more than a one-directional quantity of everybody coming on to one side of a boulder and pushing together at once. And instead, we can begin to embrace the kind of unity that's evidenced within the human body, which is composed of opposing forces drawing together intelligently to cooperate and create large-scale movements. That's what I call cogriddy, the readiness of antagonistic forces to come together for coordinated movement. And once we are able to make this shift in our thinking about unity, we can begin to name our oppositeness without fear, and the places of our deepest polarity can grow to house great power. So join me on the next video as we continue to talk about the 6 movements of the spine. I'm Jen Gaskin, exploring cogriddy.